I told people I was going to review a Valentine's Day themed slasher film from 1981 today. I just never said which one. Welcome to the HellBound Horror Show. "1981 was a strange year for horror. You constantly have repeating themes, but all feel different in their makeup. Their approach and execution are roughly the same, but I digress. If you take one part My Bloody Valentine, one part Halloween 2, and you combine them together, then you get tonight's nightmarish tale. This is X-Ray, also known as Hospital Massacre. The film opens on an establishing shot of Susan's house in 1961, and inside is that Debbie from Bloody Birthday, 1981, played by Elizabeth Hoy. If this is another birthday-themed slasher film from 1981, I'm gonna scream! There are so many birthday-themed slasher films from 1981. You have Allison's Birthday, Bloody Birthday, Happy Birthday to Me, and Madhouse. Even though there is a cake, it seems that this movie takes place on Valentine's Day. How original. My Bloody Valentine had already been out for a few months. Anyway, the young Susan gets a Valentine's Day card from Harold. He's the peeping Tom who's watching them through the window. She is straight up a savage, and she just laughs while her brother or guy friend crumples up the card. Harold doesn't like this, and he literally kills the boy. Come on, Jimmy, quit hanging on the coat rack. Harold is a creep, and now that we have our dramatic establishing flashback out of the way, we can travel to the present where Susan is going to the hospital to pick up her test results. While riding the elevator, we get the classic fake out where we think this guy is dead. He's dripping a lot of blood, but it turns out he's just eating a sandwich. He just likes his hamburgers really rare. She's traveling to the 8th floor to get to Dr. Jacobs' office. Once she gets up there, she sees that they are fumigating. Turns out that she hit the 9th floor by accident. Numbers are hard. While going down to the 8th floor, the elevator mysteriously stops. Dr. Jacobs is called to the 9th floor, and even though they are fumigating, she looks around anyways. The killer, who is clearly tired of quarantining and tired of this whole COVID-19 thing, stabs her to death. And no, that's not the doctor's blood splashing on him, that's just the guy's sandwich from earlier. Eventually, the elevator is turned back on, and Susan goes and finds Dr. Jacobs' office. But the doctor isn't in her office. That's weird. So Susan goes to the doctor's lounge, and she meets a cute and nice doctor named Harry. Hey, isn't Harry a nickname for hair? Shh. Oh. Well, Harry introduces her to Dr. Saxon, who is yet another red herring, and they look over the test results. Things don't look good, and they have to do more tests, making Susan stay at the hospital. As she stays in the hospital overnight, more people keep getting killed off. X-Ray follows your typical slasher formula with very little twist to keep you interested. The story is very bland and uninspired. I was bored throughout most of the film. There's a ton of overly long shots and fake scares that really pad out the runtime. The soundtrack is hit or miss. Music can be a little too generic at times, but at other times, it can be pretty fun. You have voices chanting in the background, and I'm always a fan of that. The cinematography is rather sharp. It's the highlight of the film. There are some beautiful shots. It's just a shame that some of them tend to linger a little too long. It's an early 80s slasher, so what about that gore? Honestly, the gore here is almost non-existent. Yeah, there is a bit of blood, but outside of the implication of violence, we don't see a lot in the world of special effects. There are a ton of red herrings in the film. Way too many red herrings. Like, every guy is set up to be this jerk that could also be the killer. And the whole mystery of the killer isn't much of a mystery at all. When watching the movie for the first time, I actually was writing the script as we were going through it. So I actually kind of spoiled the killer. Oops. I made a joke because I thought it was way too obvious, and the movie actually agrees with me. At one point, while Harry and Susan are in a room together, the film cuts to the killer walking around, trying to throw off the audience. It comes across as sloppy.
Harry! It's not Harry! It's Harold! Remember? It's Harold! It's not Harry!
I wish I could say more good things about X-Ray. It's a pretty film to look at, but it really drags at parts. It could use about 10 minutes cut from the film to make it work, but that's bad because it's only 89 minutes to begin with. I wanted to like this movie more than I did, but unfortunately, it's nothing special. All in all, it feels like an actual trip to the doctor's office. There's a lot of sitting around, waiting, and being bored, and when something finally does happen, it's not all that interesting. I say you could probably give this one a pass. Next week, I'm going to tackle the actually good Valentine's Day themed slasher from 1981. I think you all know which one it is. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care, everyone.